abbreviation RIGA TU. TU is a well-known term mostly for universities in Germany, but it's quite widely used in the Baltic area as well. TU means Technical University. So we're quite happy to say that this new information center, we are quite happy to open today. It will be a new way to open our friendly ties with different education institutions in India. Often, students, when they are finishing their first 3 years of studies in India and willing to continue their education, or looking for master studies after 3 or 4 years of education, they are looking for international institutions. And then it often happens that it's not an easy way, not just to obvious, I would say, human difficulties. Different climate, different place, different education system, everything is different. But at the same time, they are facing difficulties to find appropriate programs which are smoothly merging with their previous education. Idea of the center is that we are trying to cooperate with colleges and universities in India which allow us to understand and coordinate our study plans, that students after graduation from Indian institutions can freely move to European system of education. We are quite happy to say that the number of Indian students, which is so high, I said about 1,000 Indian students just in our university, means that we are hitting the right target, that students get now what India needs the most. Engineers, IT specialists, specialists in aviation, in electronics, and that's exactly what Latvia can provide. So I'm quite happy to see that this new center will provide a lot of opportunities for further development of our relationship. And I would like to express my thanks to our partners here in Chennai, and we are quite, I think we are quite sure that we will cooperate on a very good level. Thank you. I think we can go now with questions and answers session. Yeah? Yes? Okay.
சார் இன்னைக்கு வந்து இந்த ரீகா யூனிவர்சிட்டியுடைய சென்னை ஆஃபீஸ் லான்ச் பண்ணுறாங்க. அதுக்கான லான்ச் பண்ணுறதுக்கான
தள்ளி விட்டு வரேன், தள்ளி விட்டு வர ஒரு நாள் ஏறி வா. ஆமாம் கொஞ்சம் ஒயிட் வரலாம் பையன் ஒயிட் வரணும். சார் தேங்க்யூ சார். அப்படியே போ. ஏய் தம்பி உட்கார்றா.
Already Indian students are there in your university, sir? How many Indian students are there already?
அண்ணா டிவி தமிழ் போடு. அண்ணா டிவி தமிழ் போடு. டிவி தமிழ் தமிழ்.
We focus on engineering as being a technical university. We have a large faculty of management and economics, and we specialize in finance, in real estate management. We have as well environmental science, chemistry, material science, and the rest would be the engineering stream.
So do you have any plans to tie up with other universities in India?
plans, that's one of the main purposes as well. We are opening this center here, and our center then will facilitate us to coordinate, because we're going to be out here, our interns going to be out here, plus we have our cooperation partners who are based here.
What are the advantages of this new open center?
Pardon?
What are the advantages of this new center?
What are the advantages?
So the purpose of the center is to help us facilitate all the initiatives which we plan with the higher education institutions, that we have a permanent presence here. Otherwise, we arrive 3 times a year, and you cannot facilitate the permanent presence. That's one of the reasons. And then we have our as well colleagues out here. And then that should help us then to enhance the cooperation with the partners we have here, plus as well acquire new partners.
What is selection?
I would just like to add that since our visits to India are very short, and our guests from India are also coming for a very short time, it makes sense that we are both doing our homework. And then it's quite essential for college directors, college principals, vice chancellors of universities, academic departments, already to set up plans for merging programs. It takes some time. Usually when professors are involved, I need to say coordination of programs in order to merge them. Of course, it takes a longer time in Europe, and I believe since we are having still different education systems, it could take even longer time. And that's the main purpose of the center. People need to know what is the place in Chennai where they can come, express their ideas, and we know where we need to go in Chennai and then meet and continue further. Because the idea is, as you know, the EU is having a lot of funds for setting up joint programs. And our university also is investing a lot now to have these double degree programs, top-up programs, recognizing credit points of different education systems. But of course, in order to have serious education systems and to train engineers in those areas where countries like India are needed the most, of course, it takes some time. And in that case, such center is really a good opportunity.
What is the selection criteria for that?
Selection criteria you mean for the students?
How
Well,
what
we
basis?
have different criteria for the bachelor students. If you've done your 10+2 or 10+3, then for the engineering studies you would need to pass the test in mathematics. At the moment that's an online test, but we are planning that we could use our center as well as a platform to conduct the exams out here. Plus that would be your English language proficiency. We would ask for the level B2, and then we assess your secondary education certificate. We want to see that you've been in the science stream. So we are looking at that you've done your mathematics, you've done your physics, if you want to join any of the engineering degrees. For management students, that's again would be English, and that would be your higher or secondary education certificate. We don't ask for the exam in the mathematics at the moment. And for the master students, then that would be based on your bachelor qualification. That would be need to be your first class, first division, plus English language proficiency.
Is it online test or is?
For the mathematics, at the moment, it's online test in mathematics. Yes, that's right.
How is the job prospect?
Pardon?
Job.
So can you prospects
Yeah, I would say there are two things. One, of course, is if students can do part-time work in Latvia. Of course they can, but we usually don't suggest. Engineering studies are hard enough for students to have additional part-time work. Again, understanding that you are in a very different environment, it should be understood. Everything is different, and students really need to pay most of their attention to study. That's quite clear. During the master studies, situation changes because our studies, and that's very important now, especially for Indian students, are very practice-based. Of course, you get your basic theoretical training as an engineering student, but after everything gets very practical. We have a lot of independent project works, we have labs, we have design factory where you really can test your ideas, excellent equipment, all is there. But of course, students, they need to use and they need to understand all opportunities our institution and different EU institutions can provide. I think it's again very big plus of the center, because they need to explain students and student families before they go to Latvia what additional opportunities are there. As for job, answering to your question, it is essential that students are getting practical training somewhere, not just at university, but getting this practical training in Latvia. But there are scholarships. EU is very eager to provide technical training for technical colleges students. And of course, Indian students are our students. Being RTU students, they have excellent opportunities to get further training in Latvia, in Scandinavian countries, in Germany, and that's widely used. They are getting scholarship for that, and then when they go back to India, they are well-trained specialists.
Indian government also recognized your university.
They're asking whether the university is recognized by the Indian government. They're asking whether the university has to be recognized by the Indian government.
Our university is recognized, fine. Yeah. And many Indian students have already returned back to India. They are working successfully in India and in all parts of the world.
What is your connection with IIT Madras, Anna University and IIT Delhi?
IT Delhi, because we have had joint sessions between our scientists in chemical technology and material science. And we see our task in our faculties that we are asking our professors to visit IT Madras, since it's a very established institution, to start joint projects or initiate projects between EU and India.
It's just in the visiting stage.
It's a visiting stage, correct.
What about Anna University?
Sorry?
Anna University?
Anna University, we have had several visits to Anna University, and we are already having many students from Anna University continuing their education at Riga Technical University. So basically, cooperation with Anna University, it was already, I would say, like a very initial step before setting up this center, that knowing difficulties when students are transferring, it might be, again, as I said, it might be softened if students already know where they are going, what is their previous education, and which programs are much more competitive for Indian, I would say, economic situation, which are most demanded programs, I would say. And that's a very good way how we can cooperate with Anna University now.
What is the financial component for a student wishing to go there?
I would say there are certain things I really need to mention. That first of all, we are part of EU and part of Schengen and part of Eurozone as well, which also means that students, being students of our university, of course they can enjoy all the benefits Schengen area and Euro area can provide. Of course, students are always very curious about different places and visiting, but with what we always say that it's not always necessary to spend your study life in a very expensive country. Latvia is not an expensive country, but at the same time it provides very high quality education, which means you get very good technical education or management education, but you don't spend so much money on everything else. Basically what we tell the families, they need to count on $8,000-9,000 budget for everything, US dollars. Which covers everything, which covers tuition fees, accommodation, living expenses. At the same time, it's quite clear, getting the same kind of education in Western Europe, you can spend much more. And at the same time, being within Schengen area, I think it's very advantageous that students can explore. And when I mentioned about practical training in different European companies, I think it's a big plus for students to spend time in a good combination. You get not so expensive studies of a good quality, which allow you to get basic training in other countries of the EU.
So this is 8,000 to 9,000 USD for the entire course.
For
1 year.
1 year.
it's annual budget of the family to send their child to RT.
USD or Euro?
It's very low, yeah. So of course, it depends from willingness to spend money, but of course, they are certain requirements for that immigration, which is around 5,000.
வி ஃபைண்ட் வி ஃபைண்டரா
Already many
நான் ஆடியோ அது நான் பண்ணி வச்சிருக்கேன்
RIGAS university, what is special and different from other universities?
I would say difference again is, first of all, it's very established university. The school was founded in 1862, 1862.